going on, guys? Welcome back to Nitro Gaming. Ultimate Team of the Season is exactly what I'm waiting for. But before we get to that, and of course, before La Liga ends, we've still got to try to pack some of them. But we've got a week that might not be as bad as it sounds, because we've got the Saudi League and we've got the MLS coming up next week with some Team of the Season cards. And that means we've got the GOAT Team of the Seasons on their way. Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. It is kind of crazy to think about the fact that it might be their last Team of the Season. Of course, retirement is just around the corner for both of them. I mean, I can't imagine we're going to go too many more years where these guys are still playing, but even then, are they going to be playing at a level that is going to be Team of the Season worthy? I'm not sure, but EA Sports will probably find a way to throw them into the promo either way. I've got 4 big player picks for La Liga, Liga F, and this one also including Liga Portugal, which isn't fantastic because those picks were nothing to get too excited about. I guess I'll just take the highest rated card there. But now that we've just got the La Liga and Liga Fs, yes, EA Sports actually reeled me into foot champs this week. We ended up getting 9 wins. Let's see if we can get a Lamine Yamal, get ourselves a Rafinha, a Lewandowski. Is that not bad? Koundé. I mean, I feel like that's not terrible. I have been fully debated. They go for like 60,000 coins. Third pick, give me Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal. Ooh! Alexia Putellas, 97 rated. Hold on. What does she sell for? 2.1 million coins. That is the best Team of the Season pull we've had this year. Do you guys need coins in FC 25 Ultimate Team? Well, U7Buy has you covered. It's cheap, it's fast, and it's safe with 24/7 online customer support. Even big creators use it, and it has over 40,000 positive reviews. Make sure to use my link down in the description and use code NITRO for an extra 8% at checkout. And on top of all of that, you'll get a 19% newcomers coins bonus. This is actually the first time I've played Foot Champs during Team of the Season. I've actually only gotten 2 wins the rest of the weeks because I normally just stop at 2 wins and take the pretty much free packs there. But I decided to play all the games this week. With the extra bonus Team of the Seasons you got from objectives, I figured why not? And it has paid off. But we might have another Julian Alvarez, all right. I mean, I'm definitely pretty happy with that. This team needs some major work. That definitely helped. Let's get Putellas in the squad. We'll move her up to attacking midfielder. I still got to upgrade several positions, but that David Beckham was well outdated, and that is a nice upgrade. If I was getting 9 wins, and quite honestly, I quit out of like 3 of them when I was tied just because I got mad, I could probably get more than 9 wins now that I got Putellas. And maybe if we can get Lamine Yamal before the end of the week's over, I'll start cooking and getting some 15-0s. You know, don't underestimate me, guys. I might just have to change this channel into gameplay rather than the market. But speaking of the market, we've actually seen a big drop on the prices of these La Liga cards, and it makes it really tempting to start buying. But one thing we know is that Thursday comes Division Rival Rewards, and it seems that every single week we see a low point during Division Rival Rewards. If you take a look at last week at Serie A Team of the Season, we'll just go ahead and look at Bastoni, you know, a nice little mid-range, medium to high budget kind of card right there. Look at this graph. As they go throughout the week, you can see that towards the end of the week after those rival rewards, they definitely get lower. Look when rival rewards hit, actually 670k all the way down to 580,000 coins. Now, in Serie A's case, these cards actually did rise really, really well throughout the week, so it makes it very, very tempting to pick up cards for La Liga. The one thing that we do have to remember, though, is Ultimate Team of the Season comes out on the 6th of June, which means that we have a few days after this ends. You know, obviously they go out of packs on the 30th when the Saudi Pro League and the MLS and rest of world team comes out. But I just worry that with the Champions League final here in a few days, plus the Ultimate Team of the Season hype building up, I just don't know if people are going to start panic selling these cards in preparation. It makes me think that we should be able to buy these cards on Thursday and then sell them at the end of the weekend some point, because, I mean, take a look at that Serie A card again with Bastoni. There was definitely a window here right there where you can buy after the rewards come out and then you wait a little while, right? So it's 580,000 coins all the way up to 784,000 coins, so easily over 700K on Saturday. That's a pretty nice profit, and you only held for like 36 to 48 hours on that card. Now, it has slightly risen throughout the last few days. I don't think this is going to happen for La Liga. I think once we see that spike during the weekend, we see it come back down, and it doesn't go back up next week, because I think people will start selling for that ultimate TOTS, especially cards that are going to possibly be an ultimate TOTS. Think about it. Cards like Lamine Yamal and Rafinha and Mbappe, they could definitely make it into that ultimate team of the season. And so EA Sports are going to throw some of these really, really big cards in there, and they're going to be back in packs for another week. It's going to cause some panic selling. So maybe if you wanted to pick up some of the more low budget cards that are lower risk, not going to be an ultimate TOTS, you might be able to grab a Koundé. You might be able to grab a Rudiger even, and take the risk. Hope that they're not an ultimate team of the season. Maybe a Valverde. I just can't imagine they're going to throw in Valverde into team of the season this year. So maybe he's a card that could be a better investment rather than going in on a card like Lamine Yamal or Mbappe, who are probably going to get into that ultimate team of the season and drop in the hype next week. So those are some cards to definitely avoid. Now, let's take our attention and look at these UEL winners out of packs. These cards were some of the best investments of the year. Take a look at this rise. 50,000 coins after the release of La Liga Team of the Season. So this was a perfect storm, fellas. A perfect storm. These cards came out. They were only out for 48 hours. They experienced the pack weight and the supply of La Liga TOTS on all the packs that were saved for La Liga TOTS, and then they went out of packs. And so this card went from 50,000 coins all the way up to about 95,000 coins, and it has not stopped. It's already up to 133,000 coins. Every single one of these UEL winners are up in price after they've gone out of packs. Every single one of them. Take a look at even some of the higher budgets. 2.7 million after it went out of packs, about 3.4 million. Well, this card's up to over 4 million coins. It makes me think that once we get this UCL final on the Saturday, May 31st, which is only a couple days away now. Right now we're on the 28th, so we're 3 days away from this happening. By Saturday night, probably Sunday, we're going to see the cards for PSG or Inter drop into the game. Here's the problem, though, is that this isn't going to be in packs during any big supply. So I could see there being some over-investing involved where people are picking these cards up on Sunday and Monday, and then they go out of packs on Tuesday, and then people are like, well, why aren't they rising? Well, they didn't see those cards drop as much as the UELs. The UELs experienced one of the highest supplies that they could have had, which was La Liga Team of the Season dropping on Friday. We're not going to see that. Everybody who maybe is saving packs to try to pack Messi or Ronaldo, they're probably going to be ripping those packs right when they come out, which is not going to be when the Champions League winners are in packs. So we're only going to see some of the weekend league supply hitting the market for those cards. So I don't expect a rise like the UEL cards to happen with the UCL cards, but we could still see a rise out of packs, and especially if the Ultimate TOTS panic selling happens around the same time that those cards are in packs, we might be able to see some opportunities. So we're going to revisit this in a couple of days. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, by the way, so you don't miss out on that UCL full team video like we had with the Europa League cards. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at Fodder, because we've basically seen these cards sitting at the lowest possible price that they could be at for a while now, and we're seeing a lot of the team of the season cards hitting the low points that we're looking for. 12,000 coins maximum. I really wouldn't even spend 12K on these cards, but especially once Division Rival rewards come out on Thursday, guys, I think this is going to be the best time to buy Team of the Seasons, because next week when MLS and the Saudi League and rest of world are in packs, I think there's going to be a lot more people trying to buy these Team of the Seasons. Try to get these cards for $11,250. That's your target price. $11,500 is totally fine. So $11,500, $11,250, and just pick these cards up. The reason for this is because I believe that once we get Ultimate Team of the Season, we're not going to see as many cards that are in packs that are going to be fodder price. A lot of these cards, they're going to be picking from all of the best team of the seasons, right? Even if you go back to WSL, what card are they going to pick out of this team? Well, they're going to go for Kaja Shah, who's 246,000 coins. Even if that card were to drop from 246,000 coins and fly down in price, which it probably will if it does get into Ultimate TOTS, it's not going to be 15,000 coins. It'll, maybe be under 100K. It's not going to be 15,000 coins. It's not going to be fodder. If you go back to, let's say, the Bundesliga team of the season, who are they going to pick for Ultimate Team of the Season? Yeah, they're probably going to throw Jonathan Tah in there, and then maybe Harry Kane, right? These are cards that are not going to be fodder price. So that's the only cards that are in packs during the Ultimate TOTS. There's not fodder cards in packs during Ultimate TOTS, unless EA Sports throw a little bit of a curveball. Maybe they do throw some fodder cards, or even have a separate team that isn't Ultimate TOTS, but or supply team of the season somehow. I don't know how, but what it makes sense to me as is investing in these cards during La Liga, during Saudi, and then after they go out of packs, these fodder cards are going to rise because all of these SBCs are still going to exist. You're going to have the 91 plus any TOTS trade-in. It's going to take team of the seasons, right? You're going to have the guaranteed team of the season packs. You're going to have the upgrades that are like 84 plus times 10 and whatnot that require either a team of the week or a team of the season. Those small little details of requiring team of the seasons in these SBCs are going to take them from 11,500 coins and maybe push them up to 15, 16, 17, 18,000 coins. I'm not saying that they're going to go to the moon. I'm not saying that they're going to hit 50,000 coins like they did last year during Team of the Season. But what I am saying is that there's just not going to be much supply of those low-rated or the low-priced Team of the Seasons. But there is going to be demand. So I do think that that's a very, very good investment right now, guys. We do have confirmation that Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo are going to be in Team of the Season this upcoming Friday, leaked by ASY FUT. I don't know if these are the official cards. I don't think these are the official cards. I don't think that they're going to make them 98 rated. They might throw 4 playstyles on them, though. That's very possible, but I don't think they're going to be 98 rated. I think they'll be 97 rated. I can almost guarantee they'll be 97 rated. That's kind of what we've seen the highest rated Team of the Seasons be at all year. So I do think they're going to be 97. Those could be those 4 play styles, however, and I definitely want to pack those next week. So I'll rip a few packs, and hopefully they throw them into Ultimate Team of the Season as well. That way, when I rip most of my packs, I actually have 800 packs now saved, or close to 800. I think I'm at like 750 or 800 packs saved. I'll be ripping a lot for Ultimate Team of the Season. So I'm excited for that. Now, he's actually got some predictions out as well that we'll look at here, and the one thing that I wanted to talk about with MLS Team of the Season was the fact that when you play in MLS for an entire season, and then during the offseason, which is, 3 months long or whatever, you could transfer to another club, but Team of the Season in FC 25 or whatever iteration of this game, it's not out yet. So now we're into the next season. And this Team of the Season is for a season that ended back in November or October for some teams. So Luciano Acosta, who plays for my hometown team, or did when he deserved to get into Team of the Season, he was on FC Cincinnati. Now he's on FC Dallas, and he's going to get the Team of the Season that he earned while playing for FC Cincinnati with an FC Dallas card. And as an FC Cincinnati fan, I'm not saying that this is wrong. I'm not saying that EA Sports should fix it. I'm just saying I'm upset about how these cards don't really represent the Team of the Season that they actually earned. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. Like, Acosta earned it while playing with FC Cincinnati, transferred during the offseason, and now his Team of the Season card is with FC Dallas, who he's barely played with. That's what I'm saying. Either way, at least Evander, on the other hand, who is now playing for FC Cincinnati, earned the team of the season while he was playing with Portland Timbers. So FC Cincinnati does have a team of the season card, but not for a player who played on their team last year. It is a little bit confusing, and that is the complications of the MLS team of the season. Should EA Sports be dropping team of the season for MLS back in like maybe November or December? Maybe just don't juice the cards as much and make it more timely, I guess that would be the word for it. Then we've got some of the honorable mentions here for MLS. You've got Luis Suarez. That would be sick. And it doesn't look like, is there a Jordi Alba in here? Yeah, Jordi Alba as well at left back would be nice. Kind of make these cards linkable. Now, if you guys take a look at my team in the game, you'll actually see that I have a Luis Suarez evolved right wing card. So I made him right wing, of course. I still use him at right wing. He doesn't get great chemistry. And so getting that Lionel Messi could actually make this team look a lot better. I could throw Cristiano on the left. I could throw Messi up top. I could throw Suarez up top and Messi on the right. That could be kind of cool. I'm actually very interested in these Inter Miami cards, and I might even use Jordi Alba at left back. Could be the move right there. And then the Saudi Pro TOTS predictions. Cristiano Ronaldo, I already have his 93 rated card. Again, I don't think he'll be 98, but his 97 would be a nice little addition to my team, as long as the play styles are really, really good. I hope that these are the play styles that are used. Actually, I'd rather see, is that a finesse shot at the top? It's kind of blurry. I think that is finesse shot at the top. Those would be some good play styles for that card. But if you're interested in kind of what that's going to look like, here is that team. Anyways, guys, that's about all the news I've got for you guys today in the investments. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and like. We'll have some more leaks for this upcoming team of the season here over the next couple of days, so don't forget to subscribe. And I do want to remind you guys, and for anybody who hasn't stayed to the end of any of my recent videos, I've got some big news, which is I'm going to be going full-time on YouTube starting in about 4 days, guys. 4 days, my job ends. I have stepped away, and we're going to be doing this 100% of the time now. So you're going to get a lot more uploads here, and you're especially going to get a lot more uploads on my other channels, which are Nitro Football and Nitro Charged. So those two channels are going to get active once again. I'm very, very excited for this leap of faith I'm taking, but, you know, I want to give this 100%. I want to go to my deathbed knowing that even if it didn't work out, I gave it my all. I don't want any regrets. So that's what we're doing. And if you want to support me along the journey, drop a like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.